My name is Agata Kwiatkowska-Lubańska, and I'm from Industrial Design Department from the Academy of Fine Arts. And today I would like to speak about project which is a part of this Direction Earth project. But in fact, it's the work in progress, so it will be a little bit different than previous presentations. The title is Color as Expression of Place Identity. And here you can see some photos from Google Street View made in April 2023. And there are new residential areas in Krakow, but they have something in common. They are all in grayscale, so white, gray and black. And something like this is happening all over the world, and we are losing colors in architecture. We could have these buildings also here in Reykjavik, because all modern architecture becomes similar in color. And these are small modular homes which are very popular in Poland now by various Polish manufacturers, and in fact they are the object of our project, in which take part students from industrial design from Academy of Fine Arts in Krakow and students from NTNU, it's a technical university in Trondheim, students from architecture, and they are designing color schemes for a modular house, because it could be anywhere in Trondheim, in Krakow, or somewhere else. And actually this model has 3 color versions, and they are all very, very similar. And they worked on it. I can't show you the results of the workshops which took part in Trondheim a week ago, so I don't have these works prepared. I will present them during the seminar in June in Krakow, so then they will know more. You will know more, but today I will tell you a few words of the so-called geography of color and colors in different places of the different regions of the world. But of course, with this black and white, there is a wonderful book by an artist, David Batchelor, Chromophobia, about that black and white. We are afraid of color, and we are losing color in our environment. And these are photos from different countries taken during holiday trips. And as we all know, color is a part of place identity. And traditionally, it has been connected with traditional pigments, building materials, and cultural traditions of painting facades, of painting houses. And it was very different in different countries. And this is Jean-Philippe Lanclos, a French color consultant who developed a term, geography of color, and he explored different regions of France in which colors were very, very different, and he created a method of recording colors of different regions, and he started his work in the 70s of the 20th century, and his first book was Les Couleurs de la France, and it was result of his work for the paint producer, in fact. And Lanclos was born in the north of France, and he was used to different kinds of reds that appeared in the architecture of this region because of the terracotta bricks and tiles used in building construction, and he received a scholarship to Japan, and then he noticed that in Japan the palette of colors was totally different, and he started his theory then. And he was recording colors using different methods with color charts, or creating some sketches, or painting, also making photos. But as we all knew, the colors in the photos are not the same colors as we can see in nature. So this was one of the places he documented. So it was a collection of different materials from the facades and from building materials used there. And in his studio, they created a series of color samples from each material. So it was quite a rich color palette taken from a site. And then he collected all his color samples in this form of color chart, which shows a general color synthesis of the architecture of the region. And I will show some examples of this for different regions of France. And later there was a book, Couleur de l'Europe, and he was traveling in different European countries and collecting colors there. So we have colors of Europe here. Here is an example from Bavaria, color chart from Bavaria, and this from the island of Bornholm, and white villages in Andalusia. But if we come closer, we can see that there are different details in this architecture, doors or window frames, and it changes a lot. And the third book from different countries in the world. So again, collections of color samples, and a color chart for Greenwich Village in New York, and a view of the town in Algeria, and this color chart for Algeria. So as you can see, the colors in the world are very, very different, and we can't switch to black and white everywhere. And the studio of Jean-Philippe L'Enclos, but coming to Krakow. So in the winter semester of this academic year, with the students of the second year of industrial design, we started a color inventory for Krakow. It was for the historic center of Krakow, main market square, which is very touristic place, very characteristic colors for Krakow, and we use different methods, spectrophotometer, as you can see it here, but also color charts, and students compared color chart, NCS color system, to the colors of the walls, and here you can see it, and created a big collection of color samples from Krakow. And then some charts of colors were created for each building in the Krakow main market square. So I will now show them very, very quickly. Wow. Because there are 49 buildings in the main Krakow market square, so we have it here. And as you can see, there are a lot of yellows and beige in the market square, but also some greens. Of course, there is a long story behind each house, each building, because it's quite interesting, but I have no time to speak about it. 5 minutes more, so I will be quick. And this is the whole market square with the NCS references for the colors used there. And this is a color chart showing the colors of Krakow main market square, main colors of the facades, and in the center colors of accents, doors, window frames, and the colors which were in smaller amounts. So if it was one of the regions, but why we were doing it? Because the design assignment for students from the second year from Krakow and from the NTNU school in Norway was to design this modular house I showed in the beginning for different regions of Poland. So we prepared some information for them, for the Norwegian students and for the Polish students concerning 4 regions of Poland. So the first one, Małopolska, so Kraków and the region of Kraków. The second one, Silesia, which Bożena was responsible for, and Polish mountains, and also the seaside. So there was a lot of search for color. And of course, seasonal color changes. I will skip them because we have no time for them. And Małopolska region, which is near Krakow, and which colors are also very characteristic and inspiring for the color schemes. This is here, this Sułoszowa village and its colors, and traditional colors of Małopolska log houses, blue color, which is something special in Małopolska and could be an inspiration for this color scheme, for this modular house. And this is painted houses in Zalipie and other inspirations. So the students now in this summer semester, they work on the color schemes, and we will have an exhibition in June. And at the same time, we are collecting, I'm collecting colors from Trondheim and from Reykjavik. So I will also have color palettes for Krakow, for Trondheim and for Reykjavik, and we could compare them and see what are the differences and what are the similarities in colors. Oh, another picture. And materials used, which is also very, very important. And these four areas of Poland, in fact 5, because Zuzanna will take took another region. And thank you for your attention.